Yes, Jatin, come
May I come in,
inside.
sir?
Come in.
Good evening, sir. Good
Sit
evening.
down.
Thank you, sir.
Jatin, introduce yourself.
Sir, my name is Jatin Kishore. I'm from Delhi. I've done my schooling from Birla Vidya Niketan in Delhi. I've done my graduation in economics from St. Stephen's College and masters from Delhi School of Economics, post which I joined the Indian Economic Service, where I'm currently undergoing my probationary training.
This is your second attempt.
Yes, sir, this is my second attempt.
What happened in the first one?
So I couldn't qualify the prelims exam.
Prelims, you could not qualify.
Yes, sir.
Okay. We'll start with Mr. Puri.
Jatin, you have excellent academic record.
Thank you, sir.
You made it for a professional job in economics, and you found it in the economic service.
Yes, sir.
Why you want to go to a journalist service?
So one, I feel that the Indian Administrative Service, it offers a more wider canvas of opportunities, and we have a more diverse set of roles that one can play. But in the Indian Economic Service, we are limited mainly to an economic advisory role, where we'll be giving economic.
The country needs economic advisory roles much,
Yes, sir.
much more than a journalist can offer to the government.
Yes, sir. So that is true. But I feel I can also use the knowledge whatever I've learned till now in my education as well as the experience, and I can utilize that in other jobs as well, because economics in a way is present everywhere. It's basically the science of trying to optimize our resources and doing the best we can with our scarce resources. So I feel that my skills, whatever I've done, they can be put to use in other services as well.
You, as an economist, how would you analyze the union budget of this year?
So the union budget is a balanced budget, because currently the economy is also undergoing a little bit of a slowdown. So we've had
Is it a little bit of a slowdown?
Yes,
Would that be the right expression?
so some slowdown, because our growth rate has fallen from around, last year it was 6.7%, this time it's 5%, the GDP growth rate. And so there are some stimulus measures in the budget this time, but at the same time we need to balance our fiscal constraints as well. So the finance minister this time has invoked the escape clause in the FRBM, and she has increased the fiscal deficit by 3.8%. But going into too much of a stimulus would also not be appropriate, because in a way it will be like borrowing to consume, and that can have later implications.
So 3.8, you know, already the inflation rates are 7 point something.
Yes, sir.
With increasing fiscal deficit,
Yes.
where will lend us next year?
So the inflation rate, the 7.59% is the consumer price index, and that has a big component. The consumer price index is 55% consists of food inflation as well. So a lot of that is transitory because of the vegetable price increase and the other pulses price increase. So that is hopefully a transitory phenomenon, and the core inflation, which excludes the food and fuel inflation, that is still comfortably around 4.5%. So the fiscal deficit should not have so much of an impact, and with time the inflation problem will also subside.
Okay, now you have been living in Delhi for quite a while.
Yes, sir.
Delhi has multiple authorities
Yes, sir.
governing the city,
Yes, sir.
and they are running battles with each other.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Who is running Delhi, in your opinion? Who should be running it?
So currently, because Delhi has a unique place, it's the capital of the country, and how it houses the central government. So in a way, we can't have a complete control in either government, either the state government or the union government. So in a way, the union government has to have some control over key subjects like police, public order and land, because there are a lot of security implications. There are central institutions plus foreign embassies. So these have to be, so the security and upkeep of these institutions, they have to be under the authority of the center. Well, at the same time, Delhi is has a large population of around 2 crore people. So they also need to have some say in their governance. So in that way, we have the state government as well, which has various.
Then how to avoid conflict between the two?
So the conflict in a way has to be done through mutual cooperation and dialogue.
No,
between-
I mean, you see, the individuals will fight, politicians will fight.
Yes, sir.
What can the system do to ensure that this doesn't happen,
Yes, sir.
that they remain within their own allotted areas?
Sir, as the situation currently stands, the areas are clearly demarcated. So I think each government will have to remain within their purview and focus on the issues that are within their purview. And there has to be continuous and mutual dialogue. There has to be some sense of cooperation, because otherwise we'll keep coming at
This government, the present government in Delhi has been offering freebies to
Yes.
all sorts of sections,
Yes.
power, water,
Yes, sir.
women traveling in buses and metro.
Yes, sir.
As an economic student, what is your opinion?
So these are freebies, yes, but in a way these are essential services like the women transport you mentioned. So public transport is a basic need that is needed for most women for mobility. Similarly, water, electricity, these are free up to a certain extent. So water is free up to 20,000 liters, and beyond that you have to pay the entire amount. Similarly, for electricity you have a 200 unit per month price. Beyond that it is chargeable. So I think in a way these are essential services, and a certain amount being available for free for all sections is not a problem, because as the situation currently stands, the the Delhi government has a revenue surplus, so it's not borrowing to spend in a way. So the situation is quite stable, and also
And why is the Delhi government revenue surplus?
so because the taxes that the Delhi government earns, they are quite high, because Delhi is a more affluent state. People have more.
No, because it doesn't have to pay for the police salaries.
Yes, sir, that is.
That's it. The Delhi police takes away 4,000 crores of
Yes.
salaries,
Yes, sir. That is.
which
that
they
is
don't have to pay.
incurred by the center. Yes.
Thank you.
Jatin,
Yes, sir.
you have a brilliant academic record,
Thank you, sir.
and after that you chose to join Indian Economic Service.
Yes, sir.
So you can be rest assured that whatever ire people have against the budget will be directed at you, because you are part of the system.
Yes, sir.
Now I would not ask you questions which I know you would be aware of already, but let me ask you one or two things about banking and economics.
Yes, sir.
What are ARCs?
So ARCs in the context of banking, they are asset reconstruction companies. So the basic concept is that banks that have NPAs can sell their non-performing assets to asset reconstruction companies, and they can then focus on recovering the loans or getting whatever sums they can, because the main idea of banks should be to extend credit, and their energy should not go into as in recouping the loans. The asset reconstruction company can do it better. They will have more expertise.
Oh, no, you would be aware that before we set up our ARCs, different models were existing. One was a model existing in USA, and the other was existing in Sweden. But we chose a different model, where we have allowed the private sector to have ARCs rather than government taking over the liabilities. Unlike China, they took over the bad loans.
Yes, sir.
So this model, do you think it has succeeded?
So the asset reconstruction, sir, in a way, yes. With the new insolvency and bankruptcy code coming in recently, the recoveries have started taking place.
No, I'm not talking insolvency code. I'm talking asset reconstruction. They were set up much before. The insolvency code has come just now, a year back. ARCs were set up long time
So you're
back.
talking about under the SARFAESI Act?
SARFAESI Act.
Securitization.
Yes, yes.
Sir, there wasn't a lot of success under the SARFAESI Act, mainly because so the earlier regime was mainly a debtor in control regime, as in the debtor had the possession of most of their assets. So they got the chance to sell off or dispose of their assets before the banks or the ARCs could actually recover them. So initially they have not been a huge success, but with time we are moving to a different sort of regime with the IBC and other acts.
Okay. And what about securitization? What is securitization?
So securitization is basically converting an asset, as in dividing an asset into small pieces and then selling them in the form of securities. Like
what is the advantage?
so the risk gets spread out. So instead of one bank taking over all the risk of a loan,
Is that the only reason? Is that the reason why securitization is resorted to?
sir, and also it broadens the investor base. It allows many retail investors.
That will happen when you distribute in small securities.
Yes,
You will obviously broaden. But what is the main purpose of securitization?
sir, I'm not sure.
You transfer the asset from the original lender to another one, and this will free up this lender to lend
To
more.
learn more. Yes, sir.
That is the idea.
Yes.
That is why it was done for housing companies, particularly housing finance companies. Now, one question arises.
Yes, sir.
There are schemes like Manrega
Yes,
and PM Kisan,
yes,
in which you are pumping money into the economy without creating any worthwhile assets. In PM Kisan, there is nothing. The money is just going
yes,
for any use that the person may like to put it to.
yes, sir.
In Manrega, you create assets which are worthless by and large. So, will this not cause inflation?
So this will not cause inflation as such because the money is going from the government to the.
So, is it not
beneficiary.
monetization of the economy?
So no, because monetization involves printing new money. In a way, here the money is being transferred from the government to the people. So either the government would have spent it on other services, but now they are putting it directly in the hands of people. And because the target beneficiaries of
The
the
government could have spent it for creating capital assets also.
Yes, sir. But because recently there has been some distress in the rural sector, so in a way these schemes act as ways to channel funds.
Their rationale is well known.
Yes, sir.
But I am just asking whether this may cause inflation or not.
So this will not cause inflation because even if the government had spent it on other services, the money was going into the system anyway. So instead of the money going from the government to other sectors, it will now go to the people and they can then spend.
No, but then if this money had been available, there was no need to widen the fiscal deficit.
Yes, sir. But then we need to support the farmers as well. So in a way, these schemes are needed.
Okay, one last question.
Yes, sir.
Last financial year, or was it this financial year only, 1920,
Yes, sir.
you forced the RBI to part with excessive dividend
Yes.
by first setting up a Dr. Jalan committee. That committee gave report, and then finally RBI paid you much more than what it was willing to pay. And the previous RBI governor even resigned on this issue. So what is your view? Was it justified?
So the governor didn't say that he resigned on the issue.
No, he didn't say, but we all know.
So the argument was that the Bimal Jalan committee had mentioned that these are excess reserves and the RBI is holding reserves much more than what is needed for a contingency, and so the excess reserves can be transferred to the government, which they can use for other productive purposes. And even the RBI board and the current RBI governor.
You will not agree that RBI's arm was twisted for this?
So I wouldn't say it was twisted. It's more.
Yes, you will be politically correct.
Uh,
All right, thank you.
Who said that economics is a dismal science, and why? In what context?
I'm forgetting who said the line, but the context was essentially that Malthus's theory of malnutrition.
It was Thomas Carlyle.
Yeah. Okay, sir.
What essentially is meant by public sector governance?
So public sector governance is basically the rules and the procedures that are governing what is happening in public sector companies or other public sector organizations, how they should be behaving, what all sectors they should be targeting at, and how they're, in the context of companies, what their investment policies and
Companies? Are you sure? You're taking a very narrow view of public sector. I think you're confusing with the public sector as known in India, but this I'm asking for a wider definition, public sector governance.
So in a broader way, it would reflect the governance policy of the entire government system as such, how the government interacts with the people and how the...
So are you aware of the public policy cycle?
No, sir, I'm not. Yes, sir.
Okay, have a look at that, because public sector governance actually involves the implementation of the public policy cycle. Now,
Sir, if I may write down.
Please.
During feedback, you can.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you.
If I were to put to you that there is a perversion of governance in India, in the sense that everywhere else people want to be labeled as progressive, but here people want the backward label, how would you react? Do you think that's a correct reading? It's a perversion of governance? And then they are willing to set fire to public property in support of their actions,
Yes,
or support of their demand.
Sir, I wouldn't say they wish to be labeled backward as such, but the idea is that there are certain benefits that the government gives as part of to the backward communities or the disadvantaged communities, and that's why people are trying to seek those statuses and to try and get those benefits. So it's more of a reason that the benefits that come from the label and not the label as such, because at the end of the day everyone wants to progress and do better in their lives.
But you didn't answer the question I raised.
Yes.
Is this not a perversion of governance?
So maybe the communities which are resorting to such acts like the burning of public property you mentioned, they feel that they have not benefited from the development process that is happening, and in a way they are looking for more secure jobs in the form of reservation or other such benefits. So I wouldn't say it's a perversion of governance, but maybe a little lack of progress in how we've been able to reach to all sections of the population, and maybe we can make some progress in that regard.
Okay, my final question. Suppose you were made the chairman of a committee which looks at the syllabus of UPSC.
Yes, sir.
What would be your recommendations? Would
Sir,
you like to junk the whole thing as it is, or would you like to make some minor modifications, or what?
Sir, I feel that the UPSC current syllabus is quite comprehensive. It looks at a lot of sectors, as in the GS papers that they have currently. It covers a wide variety of aspects, right from history, geography, polity, and it has a comprehensive view. In fact, the ethics paper is also something which is unique and doesn't really exist anywhere else in India, at least. So one point that is often raised is with regard to the optional subject. People feel that this does not create a level playing field because there are huge variations in the marks in optional subject, and different subjects are marked differently. So, but I feel that that should continue for now, because a person naturally, whatever he's done in his graduation or or post graduation, he has strength in that, so he should be given the chance to reflect that in his UPSC performance. So I think the current situation is quite good.
Jatin,
Yes.
you are from St. Stephen's.
Yes.
Tell me something about your college, the history or something about.
So, St. Stephen's College, sir, it was established in 1881,
Mhm.
and it was set up by a Cambridge mission from London to India, and it's one of the oldest colleges, and it got affiliated to Delhi University in 1922. So I think it's one of the leading colleges in the country today in science and arts, and so it gives a.
You are speaking to a Hindu college alumni.
No, but there is somebody sitting here to support you.
Okay. What is climate change?
Sir, climate change is the average, sir, it's the average change in global climate over the past years.
It's a reality or a fiction?
So it's
Mr.
definitely a reality.
Reality.
Yes, sir.
Mhm.
So because numerous studies have shown that the average temperature
Okay.
of the Earth has been steadily increasing.
Mhm.
So it's already increased by around 1 degree
Has it affected the agriculture production, the forestry sector? Have you heard about it? Government of India, I mean Ministry of Agriculture has devised certain
Yes, sir.
mitigation or adaptation measures
Yes, sir.
Please tell about something.
So it's definitely affected the agriculture, and the effects are definitely going to increase in the future. So in fact, the economic survey had done a study that the yields of wheat and rice, they have come down
Right,
significantly with rainfall and temperature variation, and this in fact is more pronounced in unirrigated areas.
Okay.
So the government is taking steps to potentially mitigate and also for adaptation. So we have the national adaptation plan for climate change, and similarly we have state action plans for climate change. But a lot more needs to be done as well. In fact, especially a lot more research into what are the impacts of climate change going to be, and more drought resilient or climate change resilient crops. So there's definitely a lot more that
Okay.
needs to be done.
What is a GM crop?
So GM is a genetically modified crop. So it's basically taking. So for example, so the one of the GM crops in India is
Example you
BT,
can give?
BT
Yeah.
cotton. So the one of the genes from the bacterium, bacteria, the Bacillus thuringiensis, it was implanted in the cotton, and it acts as a toxin to the bollworms that used to attack cotton. So it acts as a natural protection, and the reliance on pesticides then is reduced.
My last question is, what is Namami Gange project?
So it's a sort of an umbrella project to try and clean the Ganga. So and it has various projects under it. We have the program to set up sewage treatment plants to reduce the.
What is BOD?
So it's biological oxygen demand.
What is the figure for BOD figure for pure water and polluted water?
It's, I'm not.
Okay, no problem. Thank you.
Thank you, Jatin. We'll just call you to give the feedback.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Come when we press the bell.
Yes. Thank you, sir.
Jatin, come.
Yes.
How do you think you have done?
So not very well.
Very well.
So especially I feel the answer to sir's question.
I think you have flunked absolutely. No, you are an excellent candidate. We are quite sure that you will make it. And we have evaluated you very high.
So are you just saying that?
No, we are going to write. This is a.
personal
We have no.
stake in anybody.
Despite the fact that he is from Hindu, I am from St. Stephen's. There is no bias involved in this. Okay.
Thank you.
You have done very well. Only some tips you would
Yes,
like
sir.
to
Yes.
offer. See, you are from Indian Economic Service working in the Department of Economic Affairs.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you are bound to be bombarded with questions on budget
Yes,
and
sir.
economic survey also.
Yes, sir.
You can't escape. You have a background in economics.
Yes, sir.
So be ready.
Yes, sir.
And the members may have different views on the budget.
Yes, sir.
Some may be critical from inside, some may be supportive. We don't know.
Yes, sir.
So don't take any extreme position.
Yes, sir.
Okay? Be neutral. Be politically correct, as he said.
Yes, sir.
But don't try to defend too much. At the same time, you cannot condemn because you are part of the system.
Yes, sir. Definitely.
So take a position, mild position you should take. Don't be too supportive or middle of the road path. That is my suggestion to you.
So some of the questions like the Delhi question.
No, I'm coming to that. Now this argument about AAP giving freebies, AAP government, not because they are a different political party, but freebies in general, I don't know how as an economist you can support that. You said Delhi government is revenue surplus, therefore it is justified.
No, sir, but so these are essential services.
No, they may be essential, but who says that freebie should be offered? There was no demand. What ladies demanding free travel in metro?
No, sir.
Nobody was demanding. He was giving it for election purposes. And have you forgotten the time when he had withheld the salaries of municipal employees even? Because he was not honoring the State Finance Commission reports. He was not passing on the money.
Yes.
So what sort of surplus is this? Isn't it?
Yes.
And in any case, if there is a revenue surplus, it can always be channelized to capital expenditure. Who is talking? Nobody says that revenue excess should be spent on revenue expenditure only.
Yes.
There is no such requirement. So he could have taken up more capital works in the city,
Yes, sir.
right? So freebies, I don't think any economist, an economist of your stature, you should not justify.
Okay, sir.
That would be very wrong. Right? Nobody supports it. I mean, as an advisor to the government, if you give this sort of advice, it would be disastrous. Politicians would be very happy to have you.
Yes.
They would say, this is the person. But don't, you should refrain from doing it.
Okay, sir.
You see, economics has various schools. The Amartya Sen school
Yes.
may favor
Yes.
giving freebies and all.
Hmm.
Even the latest Nobel winner,
Yes, yes, sir.
economics,
They will-
again he may
Hmm.
favor some of these things.
Hmm.
At the end of the day, it's a art of the possible.
Yes.
What can the government do and what it cannot do?
These freebies have not gone to people who are
Huh?
below poverty line. Or something.
I'm getting this cheaper electricity. I don't need it, I don't
Yes.
deserve it. I can afford to pay my bill.
Hmm.
I was paying a full bill, but now I don't. I pay half.
So better targeting.
There is no
Yeah,
targeting.
nobody minds.
All
Ration,
women, is there for women's safety I am allowing free metro travel? What is the rationale?
the rations are being given,
Yes,
you said the essential services. These are essential services.
Yes.
Rations are essential. Rice is essential. It is being given subsidized rates.
Yes.
Power also okay. 100 units you give fine.
Yes, sir.
Women earning whatever money they are traveling free.
Yes. Hmm.
Men maybe howsoever poor are have to pay.
Yes, sir. That
How
is.
does that can be justified? You are a brilliant candidate. We wish you all the very best.
Thank you, sir.
You will मैंने एक फिगर आपको गल दे दी दिल्ली पुलिस का खर्चा कोई 8,500 करोड़ है
Okay.
और इसके बाद जो सरप्लस है दिल्ली सरकार के पास वो 1,500 करोड़ है ये 2 मिनट में खत्म हो जाता है बाकी स्टेट गवर्नमेंट्स आर स्टार्विंग चीफली बिकॉज they have to pay for the police salaries.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Jatin, go with an easy mind.
Yes, sir.
Go with a confident attitude.
Yes.
Right. You are better off than 99% of the people who've been trying for years on end and don't have even a job to fall back on. 2 quick points.
Yes.
Take now that you've got about just a week to go.
Yes.
Take about 40 of these papers, A4 papers, and just make bullet points.
Okay.
That will help you in your revision also. Top of the mind things like artificial intelligence, 4th industrial revolution, 6th Mars extinction, and stuff like that.
Okay.
Locust menace,
Yes, sir.
that kind of stuff. And you're watching WION, World is One News.
So no, sir.
That's very important to keep on top of what's happening in the world. And last but not least, just realize it's not a test of your knowledge, it's a
Yes.
test of your personality, and you're not obliged to answer each and every question. You don't know, you don't know. They'll just move on to the next. But as it is, you've got a very pleasing personality. Formal dress and,
Yes, sir.
and
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Definitely, definitely.
no fungus on the face.
I came straight from the.
Okay,
training,
that's
sir,
fair
so
enough.
that's right.
But on the day, no
yes, sir,
fungus on
definitely,
the
definitely, definitely. Sir. Yes, sir.
Jatin, you are outstanding. My rating, and then your subject knowledge is very good,
Thank you.
and especially the effect of climate change on agriculture and what is that resilient about and all
Yes.
these things. Very nicely you wrote.
Thank you.
And of course, you should prepare about the flagship programs of Government of India.
Yes.
Like one I asked about
Yes.
that. There are so many others also, very important. Ayushman
Yes,
and
sir.
Ujjwala and all these things. How they are impacting the Indian economy,
Yes.
especially Ujjwala. They are protecting the forest as well. The fuel wood is being saved,
Yes, sir.
and of course it is. It's a game changer type of project like
Yes,
that.
sir.
Okay. So I think you will come out in merit. I think. All the best to you.
Thank you, sir. So just one
Jatin,
question.
any doubts?
Yes, sir. So the initial question you asked regarding why would you want to shift to the IAS? So that is something. So was the answer satisfactory?
You see, either you take the professional economist route,
Yes, sir.
outside the government system.
Yes, sir.
Once you become a government, Indian economic services also become a bureaucratic service.
Yes, sir.
And this,
Yes, sir.
a service whose advice may not be heeded
That is true.
by the journalist bureaucrats.
Yes, sir.
The others. To that extent, you want to be the real decision maker
Yes,
rather than the one who affords only help to the decision makers.
yes, sir.
Is that better?
I think, see, there is no hard and fast rule, no answer which you can say is the correct one. It's a matter of opinion. But the fact remains that system permits you to appear for IAS and there is nothing wrong. Whatever you said is perfectly acceptable.
So overall, the performance was okay.
That's right.
Yes, you do well.
Thank you, sir.
but go properly.
Proper,
Yes, sir.
well,
Yes, sir. Definitely, sir.
well dressed.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
All the best.
Thank you, sir.
Subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon so that you do not miss any video lesson from Rao's IAS.